Hi everybody, my name is Aashka Maheta. I hope you all are doing great. And in today's video, I want to talk about books that talk in depth about human emotions. And this is something that I have always been interested or curious to read about. And when it is represented in form of literary fiction, it just adds cherry on top. And without digressing the topic, let's talk more about these books. So, the first book that I want to talk about is surprise, surprise, called A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Now, this is the book that I finished reading a few months back, and ever since then, I haven't been able to wrap my mind around it, mostly because I haven't let that book wear out of me. And I've been trying to talk more about it all over the internet, just like this one. See how I digress the topic? So, coming back to the book starts out with an introduction to four college friends, that is JB, William, Malcolm, and Jude. And it talks at start about each of these friends, their personas, their aspirations, their struggles in their career aspect, and how they are trying hard to climb up the ladder of success. Everything has been discussed in detail, even the home where they start to live out. It's a small place, but it how much small places when you have nothing makes a lot of difference. So all these emotions, all these details have been discussed or explained so beautifully. Uh, Later, as the portrayal of human friendships is discussed, it makes you wonder how innocent and how non-judgmental or without any expectations these friendships are. And as the book progresses and as these friends get older, it talks more about or narrows down towards Jude, talking more about his past experiences, his childhood, how he has been loved, and how he perceives love. Everything is discussed so beautifully, so flamboyantly in this book. And the author at this part of the book has such a crisp grasp on the rawness of these feelings. It makes the book gut wrenching and overwhelming. You have to definitely keep the book down and calm yourself from wailing, then pick this book up again because it's an unputdownable book at your own time. But that's how this book is, and that's how it has been represented. And often humans fail to discuss the emotions that they are feeling in depth, and this book does it so rightly. It makes you cry, it makes you want to but I love when the book does that, and it makes a 5-star read for me. So I wish you definitely pick this one up and discuss more about it in the comment section. So, the second book that I want to talk about is a relatively short book, but don't let that fool you, because the book has a profound emotional depth and emotional afterlife, because I still think about the characters and how their emotions have been represented by James Baldwin. The book is called Giovanni's Room, and it starts out with a man who leaves his home in America to come over to Paris to find himself and for greater aspirations as well. He proposes his longtime girlfriend Hella, who immediately after the proposal goes over to Spain to find herself. And meanwhile, this man over here in Paris is left to understand or think hard over the things that he has believed in up till now. And then he meets Giovanni and things change. So I don't want to go much in detail about the book and what the book contains, because I would be just giving out the story over here and it would ruin your experience. I just want to say that this book holds greater in depth emotions where you are asked to think hard over what you believe in, what are your aspirations, uh, the density between desire and denial, the yearning to be with someone, and then choosing with whom you want to be with, and what kind of person you want to be. All these emotions that are often left out, and often left out for us to discuss or think about, have been portrayed beautifully over here. So I think that makes this book, this short, stacked, beautiful book, a great read. And it was the first book that I read in January. It was a great start to the new year, getting hold of the emotions. So, yeah, I think it will be a good start for you to read too. So, the last book that I want to talk about is not actually a discussion per se, because I have just been a few pages into this book. And as far as I know, it talks about this man who is trying to figure out his life, just as all of us. He's trying to understand the difference between being lonely and being alone. And yeah, that's all that I have inferred from this book, and it's called Stoner by John Williams. It has been discussed profoundly all over the internet, and this year I am trying to read a little more. I'll try to make a little more content over here on the internet. I hope this content pleases you all, and if it does, and if you have read books, or if you're starting to read our books, and if you love this kind of things, then let's talk more about it in the comment section, and I'll see you again. Till then, keep reading.